Hello and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we're playing Dragon's Dogma 2 and we're doing another armor guide. Today it's for the top 5 best pawn warrior armor sets. So if you want to dress up your warrior pawn in an armor set, this video will show you the top 5 best ones that we can do. And before we dive into that, just want to ask you right here and now, please subscribe to the channel if you have not already. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers, and so if we're not yet at that amount, which I find very likely considering that last time I checked we were about a little bit under 82,000, we should have some room for growth. So please subscribe to the channel. And if you want to show your appreciation for the video, type a simple "This is the greatest video ever" down in the comment section below. That's the comment of today. So with all that being said, let's dive into the video. So what we're doing is, like I said, doing the 5 best pawn warrior armor sets. And so to make it onto this list, A, it has to look good. B, the stats have to be at least decent, so I consider that to be about the halfway point or higher, preferably as high as possible, but it's sometimes hard to do that while maintaining appearances. And of course, it has to be something wearable by the pawn. On top of that, since it's 4 pawns, I like to have the face exposed so we can see their eyes. And keep in mind that the stats for all of the things I'm showing you today are for fully upgraded pieces of armor. So all of these are upgraded up the Dwarven Path and Dragon Forged. So the stats are going to be higher and the weight is going to be lower than if you just found these at their base level. So with all that being said, let's dive into the first outfit. And so our first outfit here is the Charming Sentinel, which you can see displayed before you. This one is made up of the Laurel Circlet, a circlet of metal leaves, improves the wearer's powers of concentration. The Charming Corset, a garment of thin cloth that hugs the wearer's frame, drawing tightly over the waist and hips to flattering effect. No pants, because the Charming Corset does not allow for leg armor. And the Sentinel Shoulder Cape, an embroidered cape that will look dashing on the shoulders of any blade wielder. And so the Charming Sentinel has a total weight of 3.25 kilograms, defense of 506, magic defense of 479, and knockdown resistance of 278, giving it, other than the knockdown resistance, the absolute best stats for any suit of armor on this list. So, before anyone asks why on earth would our warrior pawn be wearing the Charming Corset, remind them it's because it has ridiculously good stats. The game developers knew exactly what they were doing with this piece of armor, from a stat point of view at least. As far as aesthetics go, of course, this is one of the most realistic pieces of armor in the entire game. In fact, out of all of the armor in the game, this is the only one that looks remotely like anything I've seen anyone wear in real life. So, this one is very realistic, gets 10 out of 10 points for historical accuracy, and as far as in-game authenticity goes, of course, this is what you see all people walking around in. So, appearances, looks, and stats are all with this outfit. So the Charming Sentinel is the first outfit on our list. Let's move on to the second one. And for our second outfit, we're looking at the Blessed Far Seer, which you can see displayed before you here. This one is made up of the Far Seer's Circlet, a golden circlet focusing the mind's eye upon the polished jewel over the brow, inhibits tremors in the wearer's magics. The half-plate armor forged to protect the wearer's vitals without adding undue heft, in the belief that increased mobility counts for more than a wall of steel. The Blessed Waistcloth, a waistcloth imbued with a protective charm that repels fell magics in the vicinity of the wearer. And the Guerco Peafowl Feather Cloak, a cloak fashioned from the feathers of a peafowl native to the Guerco mountain range. The Cascade of Dark Azure plumage is majestic to behold. So that is all the items that make up this outfit. As for stats on the Blessed Far Seer, we have a total weight of 3.52 kilograms, defense of 216, magic defense of 193, and knockdown resistance of 156. So stats are pretty decent, obviously nowhere near as good as the first one, but it's hard to compete with the Charming Corset. As far as appearances on this one go, I love it. It is absolutely great. Everything goes together extremely well. We were able to coordinate various different colors together that look really good. The styles all match, and of course, it is just the epitome of modesty and practicality. So this thing looks like it would offer tremendous protection. Basically, the best protection that you could possibly hope for in your warrior pawn. So hard to compete with that appearance-wise, and like I said, it all coordinates rather well, and the stats are quite good. So obviously love this one. The Blessed Far Seer is one that I think turned out absolutely flawlessly. That is our second one we're looking at. Let's move on to our third outfit. Alright, our third outfit is called the Dauntless Roar, which you can see displayed before you right here. This one's made up of the Twilight Star, a simple metal circlet adorned with a small jewel over the brow that resembles a faintly twinkling star. The Final Roar, armor fashioned from hide said to have been carved amid the monster's death throes, channels the wearer's latent strength into savage might. And the Dauntless Greaves, armor with a monster's likeness wrought over the knees. These adornments offer little in the way of utility, but battles are not won on practicality alone. And then no cloak, because I couldn't find any that looked right with this suit of armor. And so that is everything that makes up the Dauntless Roar. The weight, for stats on this one, we have a weight of 3.25 kilograms, defense of 384, magic defense of 225 and knockdown resistance of 218. So, better stats than our last one, not as good as our first one. Appearances on this one, I think it looks great for the warrior class. We've obviously got that minimalistic and ragged approach that you get from your stereotypical barbarians. We can obviously see plenty of skin, which is always preferable for a warrior type class, because what's the point of protection when you can distract your enemies with your blazing skin? But everything coordinates really well for what we have. You know, the styles don't clash at all, and of course we can see our pawn's full face, which is always super useful for detecting Dragon Plague. So I like this one. I think it looks good. Again, fits in well with the whole theme that I like to go for of practicality and function. So very little to complain about with Dauntless Roar. I like this outfit. That's our third one. Let's move on to our fourth one. All right, for our fourth outfit, we have quite possibly my absolute favorite one on the list because it turned out absolutely perfect, the Braided Embrace. This one is made up of the Gnostic wings, a bejeweled circlet fitted with wing-shaped adornments intended to evoke soaring wisdom. It offers guidance to the wearer in moments of dire need. Brunhilde's Embrace, armor blessed by a heavenly sister of battle, making it far more effective at protecting the wearer than its appearance suggests. The braided boots, sandal boots comprising strips of tightly wound leather, constrict the wearer's muscles and improve blood flow while on the move. And the Azure Shawl, a shawl made from cloth of a rich, captivating azure. Worn pinned over one shoulder, it looks most at home on the back of a rugged soldier. And a rugged soldier is what we have here. For stats, the Braided Embrace has a weight of 3.76 kilograms, defense of 356, magic defense of 260, and knockdown resistance of 211. So, very good stats, and of course, it just looks perfect. So this looks perfectly at home on anyone that could possibly wear it, but of course, particularly good for the warrior class, because what we're going here is maximum armor potential, and nothing says maximum armor potential like this outfit does. You can see that we've got all your vital areas covered, and you know, nothing too heavy. That's the thing, is we're not sacrificing our mobility and freedom of movement and overall lightweight appeal that we like to go for our suits of armor here, but we are getting the most important protection that we possibly can. Plus, I think, arguably speaking, it does look pretty good. Again, aesthetics on this one, very historically authentic, very authentic to the game setting, and nothing that I could think anybody might find objectionable about this one. So, really love the Braided Embrace. It looks great. It looks like these items were made to go together, and I think they just overall fit the warrior class better than any other suit on this list, so that's why this one is personally my favorite. But that's our second to last one. Let's move on to our last outfit. Alright, and for our last outfit, we have the Diabolic Beast, and of course we couldn't get out of the warrior class without having one ridiculously over the top and very, I guess, brutal looking outfit, and this one is it. So this one's made up of the Persecutor's horns, a fearsome helmet affixed with a horned skull. The wearer becomes fury incarnate, meeting all manner of creatures with unflinching authority. The Beastren Pride, rugged armor that only partially covers the torso, a masterwork of the Beastren armorer Danul. In spite of its name, it fits human shoulders just as well. The Diabolic Cuisses, leg armor with a monster motif, keeps the wearer much lighter on their feet than its appearance suggests. And Duty's Mantle, a stately mantle fashioned from dark leather, sufficiently hefty to keep the wearer upright and alert, staving off weariness and reminding them of their duty. So, stats on the Diabolic Beast are a weight of 5.93 kilograms, making it the heaviest one on this list, a defense of 504, a magic defense of 241, and a knockdown resistance of 393. So, this one has the highest knockdown resistance, the second highest defense, and the third highest magic defense. So, very, very good armor. Obviously fits the warrior class very well from an aesthetic point of view. You know, we've got all your brutal angles and things that stick out further than you'd think they would, and oversized things in areas and then absolutely nothing in other areas. So, fits all the barbarian cliches very, very well, and of course looks very good on our pawn. And even though we have a full helmet looking thing up top that takes up a lot of headspace, it does allow the entire face to still be seen, so it's still perfectly good for a pawn. So that is the Diabolic Beast, our final outfit on this list. And that's all for today. So I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful if you were looking to outfit your warrior pawn in a very effective and fashionable way. Hopefully this video gave you some ideas. But in any case, thanks a ton for watching and have a nice day, and we'll see you next time.
If that was me, I'm just saying, if that was me, they are lucky that was not me. Because if the circumstances were such as you have described them, but with me in them, that's a very different and scary outcome for those involved.
Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you like this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.